Hi Maria, how was your week?
Um, it was interesting. There were, good parts and bad parts to it.
Okay. Do you want to talk about the good part first?
Yeah, so I went to the new group that you suggested to me, and when I went, it was like, so, well, there's a lot of good parts. So I told my parents and my aunt about being pregnant. Um,
How did that go?
at first, my aunt was really supportive, and my mom was supportive, but she was kind of sad. Um, and my dad, he was really upset, but he wasn't as angry as I thought he would be. But he was really like flustered and upset, and so I think he took it the worst out of everyone. So when it came to go to a group, it was like a week that you could invite someone with you.
Okay.
So I invited my dad with me so that maybe he could understand a little bit more. And we went, and he really like learned a lot, and like I feel like it's like kind of helping us grow closer. So that was really good.
That's great, actually. That's really good that um, your dad's supporting and your family supporting. So, is that the plan? Like, are you gonna give it to your rod? What's the plan now?
I think after talking to my family that I mean things are still up in the air, but I think what we're gonna do is because my house is so small and I can't really have a baby in it. Um, I'm gonna move in with my aunt, and she's gonna help like teach me how to raise it. But I'm not gonna like give it to her, but she's just gonna help me do it and like be there because she gets to stay at home. So she'll be there when I need to go to school, and she'll like be there to support me, but she's not gonna adopt it. So that I can like when I'm stable, then I can have the baby back and do it on my own.
That's really great. I see progress. So, how do you feel about the progress going on so far?
I'm really excited. I think now that my family knows, I'm getting more excited to like meet the baby, and we have a ton of stuff to do to prepare for the baby. But I'm getting excited. I'm still nervous. Like I'm not sure how Tom is going to be able to cope with it, but we'll see.
So, Tom attended the support group as well.
Yes, he met us there.
And was he aware that you told your parents?
No, I kind of told them spur of the moment, so I didn't get a chance to like tell him that I was gonna tell him that day.
And how did he react when you told your parents without him knowing?
He was really mad, like really mad.
Can you rate his anger? His anger, like from 1 to 10, 10 being really angry?
Like a 10.
A 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did that conversation go?
Uh, well, at the end of like he was really quiet the whole like talk. He didn't want to like contribute, which was weird because usually he talked more at group, but this one he didn't talk at all. So he just sat there, and then when it was time to leave, like he asked if I would go with him instead of going with my dad. So I went home with him, and he just started like screaming at me and like saying that I shouldn't have done it without his permission, and that like that was a mistake for me to do, and I wasn't just going to run off with his baby and raise it with my family without him. And then like I tried to like explain what happened, and he just got really mad, and he started like he like like choked me, and he like pushed me up against the wall and like hit me, and his parents weren't home, so no one was there to help. And I mean, I'm just happy he didn't hit my stomach, so nothing happened to the baby, but it was really scary. And I know it's because he cares about me, but it wasn't good.
So, you're saying he cares about you.
Yeah.
So, how do you describe caring?
He just like loves me so much that he doesn't want, anyone else to have me.
What's love? Is that something that is going to make you feel bad, or is it something that's going to make you feel good?
Um, I I think it's something that makes it feels good.
So when he choked you, when he yelled at you, and all those other bad things, were you feeling good at all? No. And it's not your fault that he reacted that way, and that's very unhealthy that he acted that way. But I'm actually really like curious, like how would you describe your boyfriend from the time that you met him and until now?
Um, when we first met, he was like very sweet and like he was always buying me flowers and giving me presents and he always wanted to hang out with me and like he just like loved having my attention and so he would talk to me, he would text me all the time from like every morning he would text me good morning and he would text me all day and text me good night and so like it made me feel really good because I never had a guy give me attention like that before. And then after I got pregnant, he was kind of upset sometimes, but he still like, you know, told me that he loved me and stuff like that. And things kind of started getting like becoming different. Like now he loves me and like before he just loved my attention, but now like he gets mad if anyone else has my attention and like he keeps talking about how the baby's gonna take away attention from us and that like it's going to ruin our relationship and that like that's why he was so mad that my dad was there is because like it was something that me and him were supposed to do together and then I brought someone else and like I just feel like the things like he just gets angrier a lot more than he used to. But then like he always feels so bad after he gets angry and like tells me how sorry he is and I know he doesn't mean it, but it just sucks that it has to happen.
When someone apologizes, they mean it. So every time he apologizes, he's always going back to his old ways. So to me, he's just gonna progress. Like it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. But we do have something called Dove Services. Dove means Domestic Violence Ended, and it's basically they provide like shelter. They provide people who are in situations like this because he could end up taking your life or taking your child's life. Like there have been many cases where it has happened to people like this. So if you don't want that to be you, I could refer to you to Dove Services so they can counsel you and they have much more better training with situations like these.
I just like I don't know if it's domestic violence because like it's not like he beats me every day when he gets home or something. Like it's just like he does it to protect me almost. And like the other night, like I think it was just an accident. Like he didn't mean to do it. He just got like he's so passionate and like he just got so caught up in his emotions that he just reacted differently.
You use the word passionate. Passionate is a positive emotion, but when he hits you, that's not something positive, that's negative.
Yeah, that's true. Well, what would Dove be able to do to help me? Like, I wouldn't want him to know that I was talking to them.
Well, he doesn't have to know that, because that'll make him escalate the situation even more. But Dove, they're trained to help your victims, basically, in domestic violence situations. They'll talk to you, they'll counsel you, they'll refer to you to, they'll basically educate you and teach you how to, protect yourself. But it's really your decision. No one's forcing you, but it's just a suggestion for you to keep yourself and your baby safe.
Okay. I could maybe talk to someone, as long as, he's not going to find out.
Okay. Well, I'll email you. Well, I'll contact Dove first. Let me write this down. So is there anything else about your relationship?
I don't know. I think, some of the things you said might be right. Maybe he doesn't love me as much as I think he does, and I'm just afraid, what it's going to be like to raise a baby by myself. So I don't know, I don't want to break up with him because then I'm going to be completely by myself, and I don't know how to do any of this stuff, so that's going to be really hard, and I want my baby to have a dad, so it's just, a really difficult, I'm just really torn. I don't know if it would be better to just, stay with him, but then I would never want what happened to me to happen to my baby someday.
To help you think, we'll make a list. On the left, we'll do the pros. Well, on the left, we'll do um, what would happen if you were to stay with him, and what would happen if you did not stay with him. So, does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see. Stay. Like potential risk for each decision. Stay and not stay. So, what would happen if you stayed?
Like good things or bad things?
Let's do good things first.
My baby would have a dad. He would be able to like support me financially with everything that it's going to cost to raise a child.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he would like change and like we would be able to be like a happy family. That's all I can think of.
Okay, what about the bad if you stayed?
Well, he said that he wouldn't want me to live with my aunt, so I wouldn't be able to live there. Because he says that we need to have like our own place, that we can't like live with someone else telling us what to do all the time.
Okay. What else?
He could hurt me again.
Mm-hmm.
He could hurt my baby. And like I don't think I would be as close to my family anymore because like my dad saw the marks and so he's really, really mad. So I think that if I stayed, like my dad would make me choose between my family and him.
Okay.
He'd be able to control me because like he has all the money and he has everything. That's all I can think of.
And let's look at the good if you don't stay. Let's look at the good and the bad if you don't stay with him.
Okay, so good things if I don't stay. I'll be able to be close with my family and keep my baby safe. And I won't have to be scared of him like hurting me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I could maybe like be a little bit more like independent.
Okay.
That's all I can think of.
And then the bad if you don't stay.
Bad if I don't stay. It would like make him angry. Like I would hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
My baby might be mad at me someday. That like why his or her dad isn't around.
Yep.
That's all I can think of.
Okay, I want you to look at this list and tell me how you feel about this list.
Confused. It seems like I feel like I want to stay with him, but then like I look what I say and it looks like I shouldn't stay with him.
It's a hard decision.
Yeah.
But you have to see what's best for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a lot of thinking to do about it. I just want to make sure, like, I can't imagine, like, he got that mad over, like, just me bringing my dad with me. Like, I wonder how mad he would get if I said, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be around, or, like, what if then, like, what happens, like, if we're not together, then, like, what, does he get to see the baby by himself? Like, what if he hurts the baby?
there's more that goes involved with that. There's stuff like restraining orders, and if you, you know, talk about if you report this and they see that there's abuse involved, there's no way that he could be able to see your child if there's abuse involved because the law takes it very seriously.
But what if I have nothing to prove it, to report it? Like, I don't have any proof that he did these things.
You don't have any proof?
Of, like, him hitting me or, you know, because it only happened one time. They're just going to be like, well, it just happened one time. And then they won't give me any of that.
You can always try. And if he does it again, then you can always don't ever feel like your voice can ever be heard. Because there's other people that went through the same situation as you. So.
Okay.
So, is there any questions?
What do you think I should, like, what would I do first? Like, talk to Deb first before, I don't want to make any, like, I don't want to, like, jump to any decision, like, make the wrong choice, so should I just, like, take it slow, like, maybe just, like, how do I try to leave him without it being really bad?
I would make an appointment with Dove.
Okay.
We can do that first thing next week, if that works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what day works for you next week?
Any day but Tuesday, because Tuesday is when we have the group, the group for pregnant teens.
Then we can do Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday at
after 2 when I get out of school.
So I'll make an appointment for you. Have it on reserve for like maybe an hour.
Okay.
So that they can talk to you. I'm better trained in this field.
Okay.
So, is there anything else?
I think I might need some help, like, getting, now that I know what I'm doing with the baby and everything, if I'm going to keep it, like, I'm getting further and further along in my pregnancy, so I don't know if there's any way to, like, get help with getting, like, cribs and all that stuff. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get any of that stuff, like, together for the baby.
Oh, I don't know what that was. Well, I'll actually give you, before you leave, a couple more brochures that I've given to other people as well that help them as well with this process. Brochures, and I know there's a segment in the support group that talks about those things too.
Okay. So you think there is something that might be able to help me with that?
Yep.
And, like, maybe help finding a job, because I turn 16 in a couple weeks, so then I'll be able to start working.
Well, next session we can fill out job applications.
Yeah.
If that's helpful.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Anything else on your mind or how you feel about this whole situation?
I feel a little bit better now that I could talk about it, because I felt like when I had to talk to my parents, like, I just lied and told them that, you know, like, I just hit my neck with something and that nothing really happened, and they didn't believe me. And when they figured it out, like, the whole time, like, I just had to protect my boyfriend and make sure that, like, I didn't want them to hate him. So now that I was able to tell someone and just, like, tell the truth, like, I feel a lot better. I'm really scared about what's going to happen, but, you know.
It's very normal to feel scared. Very normal. It's tough, but you'll get through this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any other questions.
You sure? Nothing?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll give you the brochures. Keep on attending support groups. We'll do job applications next week to get you started. And
Pause.
And we'll see each other next week.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Stop making